What's up, everyone? Welcome to True Food Reviews. I'm Mark.
I'm Nick.
And today we're looking at red bell pepper to be specific. And here's some fun facts for those of you who don't know. Red bell peppers are simply green bell peppers that have been left on the vine to continue to ripen.
I did not know that.
I did not, but why does it taste so different?
Makes perfect sense because they look exactly the same, except the colors are the only difference.
So where do the yellow and orange ones come from?
Maybe they're left out even longer. I don't know.
Interesting. Peppers are actually fruits because they are produced from a flowering plant and contain seeds. So most people think of them as vegetables. The ideal growing conditions for bell peppers include warm soil, ideally 21 to 29 degrees Celsius, that is kept moist but not waterlogged. Bell peppers are sensitive to an abundance of moisture and extreme temperatures. The bell pepper is the only member of the capsicum genus that does not produce capsaicin, which is a lipophilic chemical that can cause a strong burning sensation when it comes in contact with mucous membranes. So capsaicin is what's in the hot peppers that actually burns your mouth. And I think that's what the Scoville scale is based on. When people talk about spiciness, I think pure, when you've distilled capsaicin down to its purest form, I think that's 20,000 on the scale or something or 20 million. And then a jalapeno is 200 or something.
Yeah. And these guys are sitting at a hard 0.
Yeah. And if you're wondering, peppers are native to Mexico in Central America and northern South America. All right, well,
nice little
I'm actually excited to get into this because I really love red fruit, red vegetables. I'm talking apples, strawberries, raspberries. Pretty much anything red, I'm a fan of. Now, even though this is technically a fruit, I don't think it's as sweet as, say, a strawberry. Because it really is a vegetable as far as the culinary definition. You're not going to put this in a fruit salad.
No. The sweetness of this is more comparable to a carrot than to an apple. You know
subtle.
What I mean? Yeah, it's subtle. For those of you who are fans of the show, you know that we don't really prepare the foods because we like to taste them at kind of their core essence. That's going to be a bit tricky with this one because it is going to be filled with seeds and kind of flappy parts that people don't generally eat. So our experience might be a little different than yours at home, but bear with us. So let's give it a shot.
I want to get into this, so let's go. You can see in there, all the seeds are kind of clustered in the center there.
I was going to say, I'm very lucky my first bite didn't include any seeds. They're pretty much all just sitting there, so I haven't had the full experience. You
kind of eat around the seed part, I think.
Yeah, you can, but
if you approach this like an apple, ignore the center, right? I mean, most of the center is hollow, but this stem part is actually it goes pretty deep into it.
Yeah, that's true. I plan to get into the seeds at some point just because I feel like that's the best way to give you guys the comprehensive experience, but I'm not looking forward to it because I'm enjoying the other part of it so much.
Yeah. You can see most of the top part in there is less desirable, I think, than the outside. So what are some of your first impressions here?
The same word keeps coming to mind as sweet, and that's why they call them sweet peppers. That's the flavor that you noticed. It's got the wateriness of something like a cucumber, but it's much softer, but that sweetness is really what comes through pretty strongly in this. And I think that's why it's so appealing and so popular. Unlike a green pepper, even if it's the same actual plant, doesn't bring that same sweetness to the table, and that's why I think that people are less inclined to eat green peppers.
One thing I really like, if you can see out there, is the skin is really, really thin.
No.
So it doesn't put up much of a fight when you bite into it, but then immediately underneath it, there's a lot of juice, which I really like.
I'm starting to get into the seeds now, and the seeds are surprisingly tough. You'll bite down on these seeds, and they won't crush under the weight of your teeth. They'll kind of skid around. I'm going to just take a bite right here, right into the middle of the seed.
Okay.
And that's very unpleasant. My mouth is full of seeds. This kind of pulpy stuff has no sweetness. It's all, it's awful. It's actually really bad. I think there's a reason why people don't tend to eat this.
Yeah.
I can't break the seeds with my teeth. They're kind of just skittering around in my mouth. I'm eating this dumb, foamy, bitter garbage. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Well, there you have it, folks. You want to stick to the outside here. Now, if we could just, I'll get close to the mic for this part here, but this is what I love most right here, brother. This is this noise right here. I think that's how you know you're in for something good.
Yeah.
You don't get that perfect blend of crunch followed by the juiciness, you know?
I'd like to show you guys something else in the camera. So this is a bite I took out right of this. Look at how foamy this looks. It doesn't really foamy. It doesn't really even look like food. And that's a problem. And that's why I had such an unpleasant experience. Largely, the seeds also played a factor.
Okay, well, seeds excluded. What are your final thoughts?
You know what? I really, really like this. I'm gonna give it the same grade I gave a carrot. I'm gonna give it an A-.
You know, maybe it's because I just found out it's a fruit and I'm looking at it differently. But as a vegetable, this would be easily an A for me. Just a step above what you gave it. But now that I know it's technically a fruit, it's not really fair to grade this as a vegetable. Like if you put this up against cauliflower, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know, I'd eat this by the barrel full. So I think I am going to drop it to an A-. But it's a real soft A-. It's like an A- and a half. Like it's so close to an A, but I can't give it a full A because that would imply that this is like top notch.
Yeah.
And I just tend to not give a top-notch grade to a vegetable, especially a fruit that's parading as a vegetable.
Yeah, that's fair. So we have consensus again here on True Food Reviews. Thanks for joining us and exploring the possibilities of red peppers, and hopefully we'll see you next episode.